Okay, YouTube fans, we're going to talk a little bit today about the song Red Barchetta by Rush. This is another song that I haven't seen too much coverage of it as far as tutorials on YouTube. I have seen a lot of people playing the song itself, and so what I wanted to do was to go ahead and take time to show you how I play it on an acoustic guitar, and show you a little bit about the different parts of the song. It's not that hard, actually. The harmonics are hard. Let me get a drink here first. All right. Okay, the song is in standard tuning. I have a little bit of reverb on here, just a kind of a room reverb. The harmonics are the hard part, really, and to make sure that you can do them. I don't do them as well as I would like to be able to do them, and then to be able to jump right into them, I get a little heavy-handed. So, but the song starts out basically with introduction with harmonics. There's really two harmonic sections that are repeated in the song, and the intro has both of those parts. So it starts here on the 12th fret on the G string. That's this harmonic here. Okay, and if you haven't done harmonics before, basically placing your finger very lightly on the string itself, not pressing it down to the fret itself, and then just plucking it. And you get a harmonic like that, as opposed to, so it's, okay. The second one is right here on the 7th fret, and then you go back up here to the 5th string, and to the 12th fret again. So the song starts out like this. And if you remember in this song, the bass is doing the lead part of the song while the lead guitar is playing that riff there. And then it jumps to the second part of the intro. So that's the first part. The second part is similar, at a different location of harmonics. This one's at the 4th fret it starts on the 4th, the 4th fret on the A string, and then you're basically going to do the harmonic there. That's a hard one to do, actually. And then you go to the 5th string on the D string, and then you drop one down to the G string, 5th harmonic. Go to the 7th string, or 7th fret, on the A string to the 7th harmonic there. So you're going to get something like, those are hard. That 4th one is hard to do. Okay, so that's how you do the intro harmonics on Red Barchetta. So let's see if I can do get this to sound good here. So these are easier to do up here. And you got to get that beat. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so that's how you play that riff with the harmonics that repeats pretty much after each verse, and at the intro to the song, and then the song ends with those same harmonics. Whoops. Okay. Not easy to do. That's how you do it. You got to practice on it, and I still screw it up. So it's tough. Okay, so that's the harmonics part of the song "Red Barchetta" by Rush. And so the song, as soon as it does that, it drops basically into the verse, and that's where you get into the. Okay. Sometimes it's easier. Country, my uncle has a country place that no one else says it used to be a farm before the motor law. On the Sundays I lose my eyes and I hop the turbo freight too far outside the wire where my uncle sits and waits. Something like that. Okay, so either picking it with your fingers or okay, so let's take a look at these chords. Okay, the first chord here that you want to try to get your arms around here is the A suspended fourth, and it's basically you're laying your first finger down on the in the A position for cover the three strings or three notes that make up an A chord, typical chord. But you're going to lay it down because you need to use your ring finger to sort of hammer on to the third fret of the B string. So you're going to. And so that goes to this hammer-on position. It's basically I think it's a. That's how you get that sound. Okay, the second note or the second chord in this song. You basically use your thumb to get the F sharp note, and that's the second bass on this thing. So you're going to be doing that first part. You see that? So you're getting the F sharp bass. You got to learn to use your thumb in these songs. So. Okay, so I went from A suspended fourth, hammering on, and I used an F sharp, and then I moved it up to the G position, keeping this finger the same. Doing the same hammer on bit, and then I go to an A or a D suspended ninth. So that's first finger on the G string on the second fret, and the ring finger on the B string on the third fret. My uncle has a country place that no one knows about. He says it used to be a farm before the third law. And on the Sundays I lose my eyes and I hop the turbine freight. So that's how you play the verses. All the verses are pretty much the same. Gets a little. There's some other parts here, and I'm going to go into those in a minute. So you play the first verse, and then there's like two different transitions that occur after a verse, and they're both played. They play them once or twice rather. One of them, and then the second one it's played one time. And then it goes into the second verse, but it's used sort of as a transition thing. So anyway, let me jump into it and you can hear it and then I'll explain it. Okay, so what those chords are, this is the first transition. It's F, just an F major on the first position. And then it goes to a C, back to the F, to the C, to the F, to the C, and then it goes to an F fifth, and then to a G fifth. So it's you do that slide from the F fifth to the G fifth. Okay? So that's the first little transition riff, chording riff there that you have to do after the verse, after you do the word part of the verse. Okay, the second one is actually right after that. It goes. It's just right after that. Okay, it's basically going from an A to a D, A to a D, A to a D, and then you're going to a G major seventh, which is a D shape in the seventh position up here. G major seventh, rather. G major seventh. Oh, G major, I'm sorry. And then it goes to an A major up here. So you go up to the ninth fret. And so it's... and doing that slide. Okay, so we'll play those two riffs as they interconnect in this song. Okay. All right, that's how that goes. So now you're through the first verse, basically. Second verse is pretty much the same as the first verse, except it's you're basically staying on this. You're staying on this jump to the ground as the turbo slows to cross the borderline. Excitement shivers up and down my spine. Down in his barn. Okay, so you're continuing on basically with those two little chording riffs. Now you're just staying with that. So you went to, you already know these. So, jump to the ground as the turbo slows. So it's A to a D, A to a D, and then it goes to a G major, to an A major. And then you jump back into the F thing, down to his barn, where he'll preserve me an old machine. 50 odd years. So it's back to the F fifth, to the G fifth. Okay. And then you jump back in, so you do that. You do that that whole section, and then you're going to jump right back into the harmonics again. He jumps right back into the... Okay? You're just doing the part one of the harmonics, which is the part I just played. Okay, it's not this. This is the second part harmonic, and you don't do that till later on, when you do it at the intro. Okay, let's see how I get it. Oh, there it is. You don't do that one. This is only when you do. Okay? So that's that section. Let me go to the next part. It jumps right back into the next verse is going to be doing the. Okay. So you're doing the second verse. It's going to go through the whole thing again. A weekly crime. There's sort of a tension thing. This must be the bridge of the song, I would think. Because after the second verse, it basically goes to an E suspended second. So you're doing this, let me sing it here. Fire up a willing engine responding with a roar. Tires spitting gravel, I commit my weekly crime. Goes to an E suspended second. And then you're going to do this, you're basically doing it up here in the 7th to the 9. You're going to go, wind in my hair, shifting and drifting, wind in my hair, shifting and drifting. Okay. So that's sort of like a bridge part, and basically you're just playing that again, going from G major to an A, and then you put your pinky down here on in the 10th fret on the E string, so you're just sort of making it a suspended fourth. And then he drops into a B flat to an F, so it's with that same beat, so it's B flat F, B flat F. He's building tension, so listen. So he goes to a B flat F, B flat F, then he goes to a C sharp, G sharp, C sharp, G sharp, so it's well-weathered leather, Hopland oil, scented country air, sunlight crime. Oh, sorry, that should have been a B, not a B flat. So it's sunlight crime, sunlight flare. So it goes sunlight on chrome, blur the landscape, every nerve aware. So you go into a G fifth to an A fifth, and that's when it goes into the solo, finally. A little tough to play that one, that section, but let me see if I can do that again. Then you solo over A. So it's a solo with an A in an A. I guess a pentatonic. But you're playing during that solo. You're doing, you're basically just. There's a whole, but it centers around A. And once the solo's over, then you jump right back into the. So the third verse now. Suddenly ahead of me, across the mountainside, gleaming on a valor, Spin around with shrieking tires to run a deadly race. Screaming down as another joins the trace. It goes back into that. Play that twice, and then you're going to be doing. Okay, we're almost there. Song's getting to the end now. There's so much tension in this song. He's just building it up. Drive like the winds, train the limits on the man and machine. So he ends the song on these two different chording riffs. So it's drive like the winds, training limits of man and machine. Laughing out loud with the fear and hope, they got a desperate plan. Okay, so you play that last part with those chords, and then basically you're ending again on the harmonics for part one harmonics, okay? So it's. And it ends playing those harmonics, okay? Okay, that's a tough one. That one is really a tough one. It's hard to explain it. Got to sort of feel it, but it is a doable song played on an acoustic guitar. Sounds pretty good. In fact, I've seen several people playing it pretty good. I'm not a master at playing it, but I do enjoy this song. I enjoy practicing the harmonics. So hopefully that answered some questions for those trying to figure out how to play this song. And if you have any questions regarding this song, go ahead and drop me a line on my YouTube channel or a comment. And we should be good. So have a great day, all right? Thanks a lot.